Okay, guys, so first of all, I want to talk to you guys about my channel because it's just, they are just destroying it. Um, the views are going lower and lower and lower, even, especially when I talk about it, it seems like they're listening and just doing worse things. So, um, if you want to continue to see my videos, hit the bell or make sure you're still subscribed to me because they'll unsubscribe people on purpose. And so it's really suffering my channel, but we know that Satan is the prince of the power of the air. And we know kind of the story about the internet and what they do. So whether it's an artificial intelligence or an actual person, what will happen is my channels will shoot up because the shadow ban will come off. I get like 1,000, 2,000 views on a video out of nowhere. And then the very next video back down to 100 views, 150 views. And that's because, either it's programmed or the people are watching it, that as soon as the shadow ban comes off, my video hits, and then boom, they put it right back on. And this is the case for years. This is not my first channel. And this is the case on Instagram for my channel. So it is a bit disheartening because, I think that my videos would really benefit believers and non-believers. Believers and non-believers. So with that being said, give the video likes, if you can, because unless you don't like it, but if you want to help it get more views, it kind of helps the algorithm. So I don't know, they got my channel so messed up. I mean, you can scroll down and you'll see like every few weeks a video will get like 1,000 views, and then right after that, boom, back down to 100, 150 views. So it's exposure. That's what they do. They've always tried to shut the word up. They did Jesus, the disciples were speaking the word. So whatever, man. But check this out. Check this piece of information out. Well, there's a amazing epiphany that I had today that I have to say that, I didn't even think of this, but we know the patterns repeat themselves in the Bible, right? So Paul says that the dead in Christ will rise first, and then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and forevermore shall we be. This is a direct hint. This is a huge point arrow sign to when? To Ascension Day, which is 40 days after Passover. Because what happened when Jesus rose from the dead? Or when he died? When he died, a bunch of dead people came out of the graves. The dead in Christ rise first. And then, after he rose from the grave 3 days later, and then 40 days is when he rose to heaven. Same pattern for us. The dead in Christ will rise on Passover, the day that Christ was crucified. They're going to be walking around for 40 days. And then 40 days goes by and we ascend on Ascension Day, just like Jesus Christ. The dead in Christ rise first, and then we go to heaven 40 days later. Is that crazy? It's the same exact pattern. Paul, he's leaving us a clue. God is leaving us a clue right there. Because you got to think, well, why would the dead rise? Why would the dead rise first? But he's telling you, Passover, Ascension Day. Look at the patterns. Ecclesiastes 1:9. Now watch this. So, Passover in 2025 is from April 13th to the 20th. And then you count 40 days from that, it's May 29th. You can look it up. May 29th is Ascension Day in 2025. And so May is the 5th day, and the 29th, the 5th month, and the 29th day. So 529. If you look up 529 in the Strong's Concordance Greek, it's to meet. Or to meet, or the meeting, to meet. 529 Strong's Concordance Greek. And that's at the rapture. We shall meet the Lord in the air. He's given us clues, guys. He's given us clues. He told us right there. I think he did. I think he did. When he said the dead in Christ will rise first. Because you got to think, well, how long is the dead going to rise? Like what are they going to, how long is it until, the live people go to heaven? Because the dead are going to rise first. Where does this idea come from? Well, the dead rising first comes from Passover and then 40 days later, Ascension Day. So I think God gave us a clue right there, a hint to Passover. So that's amazing to me. It came to me today. Second thing I want to say is that, we know in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 that it says, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction will come upon them. That sudden destruction is the wrath of God. And we know that we're not appointed to wrath. It says that in 1 Thessalonians 5, also Romans chapter 5. Same verse number, in fact, 5:9 and 5:9. If you look at 5:9 in the concordance, 5:9 in the concordance is, I think it's faithfulness, and it's something else. Oh, I just looked that up too. Look it up in the Greek. It's, shoot. Anyways, so are they about to declare peace and safety? No. We're about to go into some disorder, chaos, right? And so how are these guys thinking that there's going to be a rapture right now? They're not going to declare peace and safety yet. We're waiting for them to do that, right? Then we look, right? We're about to go into disorder and chaos. And then the peace and safety comes, right? Around what year? Probably 2025, when the presidential election happens. The inauguration, right? The last Trump, right? Think about it. And then right after that, a few months, Passover. And then Ascension Day. I mean, it's making a lot of sense to me. A lot of sense to me. And then about the second Revelation chapter 12 sign. Doesn't 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 9 say that the Antichrist comes with all power, signs, and lying wonders? Well, how do we know that's not a lying wonder in the heavens? I mean, they got Project Bluebeam. They created an artificial sun. Satan is the prince of the power of the air. Prince of the power of the air. How do we know that we're not looking at projections, simulation? We don't. We really don't. So if the Antichrist comes with lying wonders, well, the Revelation 12 sign was called a great wonder. In Revelation 12, a great wonder in heaven. The woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. The crown on her head with 12 stars. Well, that's a great wonder. So a lying wonder could be a counterfeit to something like that. And again, we only see one Revelation 12 sign, woman in the heavens. So what is this that we're seeing this month around September 19th? Is this the real one in the Bible? Or is 2017 the real one in the Bible? Because there's only one real one. So which one's the counterfeit? See? A lot of problems here. Just questions. That's all. Anyways, I thought that was really great about Passover. That amazing clue. That's what God does. Those are clues leading us to the truth.
There's elements that are controlling the scenes today that are trying to fulfill all these esoteric prophecies. The same thing that Nimrod started to do. So you got to remember that Satan is the god of this world. Well, they were worshiping the fallen angels back then, right? They had the gods of old. These are the same ones that continue to be worshipped today by various different sects and leaders of government and the members of the deep state. That's why they do the rituals and what have you. But it started off back then, and these people are that it's been passed down from generation to generation, this ideology, this belief system that this Antichrist, this Messiah, this person in place of Christ is going to come. And right now we're seeing that they're setting up his world kingdom.